Hey, what's up guys? Widge the Wiz here. Today I'm going to be working on my Audi A4. Now, these cars are pretty old at this point, or at least mine is. It's from 2001, and so it's received a lot of weathering over the years. So today I'm going to be refreshing the front look of it a little bit by installing some new fog lamps and showing you how to do it. So hopefully by the end of this video you'll know how to do it yourself, and you can make your car look a little bit better. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, just to show you what we're working with here. So these are the original lenses from the car. You can see I already put my LED bulb in there. And we're going to be refreshing them with these two different housings. This one's from Vallejo and this other one is from Depot. Of course, during the pandemic it's been difficult to get parts that are the same, but these look pretty similar, so I think we should be able to get through this with no problems. Alright, I'm going to start on the driver front side. There are a couple of tabs in here that if you use a flat blade screwdriver, you should be able to remove this grill. And then there's one on the bottom as well. Next, you should be able to just pull out this one. It just snaps in. Next, take a Phillips bit screwdriver and you can unscrew the fog light from the housing. I guess from the bumper in this case. Yeah, this thing is so old and so cloudy, it's gonna look so much better with the new one. I have another car of mine where I did a similar refresh and I replaced the fog lights and I replaced the headlights as well, and at the end of the day it looked so much better. It was the second car that I ever had, and I still have it and I contemplate selling it at times. It's a nice car, it's a good car. I've done a lot of modifications to it before I decided to start recording everything. So I did have to modify this one originally a little bit so that I could fit this new LED in, but it's been fine. You know, I haven't had any water issues. The LED still looks super clean. But yeah, this thing is super cloudy, super dirty. I do like OEM parts from Audi, but to get a brand new one of these OEM, it's pretty expensive. I think it's like $300 at this point. And you know what? I don't want it that bad. Alright, let's take a look at this one. I had a slight concern from this one, and the reason I had that concern was when I was comparing this to the other one that was sent to me, it seemed like the mounting point for this one, this one piece here was not in the same location. So I'm going to do a quick test fit and hopefully I'm not in a bad way, which it looks like already I am. That's frustrating. I bet they sent me one for a B6 A4. That sucks. Alright, so we're back 2 weeks later, And I think I ordered the correct part this time. Let's just do a quick test fit here. Make sure. And it looks like we're in alignment so far. And look at that, that lines up perfectly. Yeah, this is gonna look a lot better. Okay, so let's get the LED swapped out into this. Put all back together, and then we can go to the other side. And remember, kids, brown is ground, at least in this case. It's not always that case, but this time it is. So when you have a case like this, where your LED, let's say, is larger than your standard incandescent bulb, you'll have a hard time getting the retention clip to sit properly in there. So what I'm gonna do this time, previously I just cut it and made it work, but this time I actually removed it as a whole unit, and I'm going to put the bulb in together, somewhat like this, and then I'll put the clip back onto the housing. So let me get that in there and I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so in this case, I was able to get the LED in as well as the retention clip without having to break it, and so I'm happy about that. Alright, let's get this on the car. Okay, so because the bulb housing won't fit on with this type of LED, I'm just going to let it hang free in the back. Might cause some dirty airflow going over the intercooler, but you know what? That's okay. It's still gonna do its job. You know, it's interesting. I thought these were the old ones. I thought that these were OEM. Maybe they are. I guess Vallejo is the supplier for these. Maybe not. Not sure. Anyway, the old one looks like it's a Vallejo as well. I think they're doing a smack bang job. Hopefully I won't have to do too much alignment with these. I will check later tonight. Alright, that's all nicely snugged down. Let's see what it looks like with the trim piece back on. I'll tell you, that looks a lot better. There's a little bit of a gap, but you know what? I think it'll be okay. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's move on over to the passenger side. Okay, so the LED and your new fog lamp are going to come in these pieces. The fog lamp assembly itself, and then you have your new LED. So the LED that I have has a heat sink on it and a fan that prevents it from fitting inside the casing itself. So to make sure that everything is secure, what you want to do is take your retention clip from your new housing, and you can actually remove it like so. Put it around the back side of the LED, and then you put them in together, kind of like that. Here, let me get this in there and I'll show you what I mean. You could also just get an LED that fits and you don't have to worry about this, but I don't feel like buying a new one right now. Okay, so the LED and the retainer clip are now both on, and now I just need to sink it in like a normal bulb. And there you go, super snug, all good. Alright guys, so after installing the new fog lamps, the Audi's looking super nice. It looks much newer than it did before, and the LED lights are way better than the old incandescent ones. So hopefully you've been able to learn something about changing out your fog lights with some new ones, and you can understand that it really refreshes the look of your car. I mean, just take a look. It's pretty, well, you probably can't see it right now because of the light, but I promise it looks great. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.